Hello, welcome. It's a cozy day. I'm in my jams. I'm going to do a collective reading for anybody in no contact or separation with their person on their mind. I don't know if this is a love situation or falling out with someone else. But knock, knock, knock. Clear that energy. I'm going to do a few shuffle-uffagus on the cards. A little shuffle. I shuffled before starting, of course, but uh-oh, Devil's coming out. I just had Devil yesterday. Let's put this deck. Devil came out. And a Six of Pentacles. Maybe there's a theme about, not. Maybe a theme about imbalance, shadow aspects, somebody, some temptation perhaps, bad habits. We're gonna find out. What's the advice we're gonna get later? Questions we're gonna ask at the end. I'm seeing an anchor in a fruit tree, oranges. Maybe that's going to be a symbol for somebody. Knocky, knock, knock. Lastly, give a little shuffle to these questions, messages from your person. Should we start with that before we get into the tarot? I think so. Let's do 3 shuffles. Alright, Spirit, come through, please, with the truth told with love for the collective. Pretty please. What does their person want to say to them? What does your person have to say to collective? Uh-oh. I'm not loyal and I don't want to commit. Oh, that's not very nice. Maybe they're the ones in the Devil energy. They got a string eye, or they don't want to settle down. So it could be either one. Maybe they just aren't ready to commit right now or get into a relationship. So I'm not sorry. I don't like this person. They're not in a good place right now. But whatever happened, they don't feel bad. They don't see that they did anything wrong. We're equal. So at least I don't think they have any bad feelings towards you. And they see you as equally as valuable and worthy as them. They don't think you're a problem. I don't think. I'm bored, uninterested, or closed off. And it could be any one of these. It doesn't have to be all of them. So maybe they're just bored of, I don't know. I don't know if it's the connection or just in general being in a place of like apathy, boredom. Maybe they're burnt out or something, or just going with the flow and not really feeling pulled to anything right now. Maybe they're closed off, that last part, being closed off. Maybe they're just kind of like an avoidant person, or just keeping to themselves, a very private person. Bored, uninterested, closed off. Yeah, maybe they just aren't in a space to share. They don't have what it takes to be a good partner right now. Dang, collective, this sounds hard. I hope that they turn around and get out of this funk. I think they're in a funk. Yeah, and I don't think it's you. The we are equal. I don't think they think you're the problem. I think they're just pulling back. They're feeling funky, and they don't feel bad about pulling back. I think they think it's necessary for them right now. they don't, maybe this could be a good thing. Maybe they don't want to commit until they can be a good partner. And like with the Six of Pentacles, when I split the deck earlier, maybe they know that they need to be able to give and take and have a good balance and have something to offer you and be able to meet you where you're at, where you're wanting to meet them. But then we are equal. So I don't know if maybe they know they have the potential to be a good partner and to match you, but maybe they're just not in the space to give you, to be in the right energy for you right now. I don't know. Let's find out. Let's have some tarot cards, please. What's going on with collective and their person that they're in separation, no contact with? The High Priestess. Oh, I love this card. So I'm getting this is you. This is about your intuition and that you already know whatever you feel intuitively about this person, you're right, I think. So he has a little, what is that, a pomegranate and a ticket. Okay. Oh, what does it say? 35 cents. I don't know. Maybe you'll see it 35. But yeah, trust your intuition about this situation. Trust your feelings, your gut. Okay, so I think you know something about this connection. Tell me more, please. Tell me more, please. Tell me about this connection. What kind of connection is this? What kind of connection is this? Tell me about the relationship between collective and this person. Four of Pentacles. This person is, they're holding back. So yeah, it's like this card about being closed off. I think that they're keeping things to themselves. They hoarded secrets. The question is why? They have some secrets from you, collective. It says it there at the top. And then there's also, he's holding a file. And also there's like jail cell. Oh my God. Jail cells behind him. I think he feels, I don't know why I said he. Maybe this is a dude. But if you're the dude, then disregard that. But anyway, I think this person feels trapped in some way. Maybe they've made their own prison for themselves and they need to figure out how to get out of it. But I'm not sure they're ready to, because they're saying they don't want to commit and they're not sorry. So maybe they're not, I don't know if they don't see it or if they know that they're like this and just don't want to change right now. But they feel trapped and they're holding some information back from you, and you know what it is with the High Priestess. And maybe the High Priestess is also meaning that they know that they're like this. But for whatever reason, it's not changing. Tell me more about this connection, please. The Two of Swords. We have a blindfolded lady with their arms crossed in front of her. She's holding some pew-pews and she's in front of a moon. There's a little crashed ship behind her. And she's in a red dress. Red is making me think of like the lower self, the root chakra. So it could be like something like someone that, I think I'm not getting root grounding kind of thing. I'm getting like the lower self, temptations, devil energy. Like maybe this is a very lusty situation. But that's not enough for your relationship. You need someone that, like, maybe they're very attracted to you and you're very attracted to them, but that's not enough. They need to be able to commit and to be serious. And then the words on the card, at the edge of the vast sea of space, she looked inward. So one or both of you need to look inward. I think it's your person. They need to really do some work on themselves and take a look at themselves and see what they're blind to with the blindfold. I'll let you look, sorry. They need to, this is not very focused, but your person needs to, they're blind to something. And yeah, I think the High Priestess is you. You're not blind to it. You see what's going on, but they do not. They're in denial. Okay. Let's do some more. One more, please. About this situation. I want a future card. Tell me about the path in the future. Uh-oh. Sorry, it's not necessarily bad, but it's just, I don't like to see the moon, because that means like that Spirit wants to keep this hidden. They don't want to reveal the future right now. What lurks below the surface? And then there's little lobster getting the rocket ship. Oh yeah, and then like the crashed rocket ship on Two of Swords kind of reminds me of the prison thing. Like this person is stuck. And then the little lobster's grabbing this rocket ship that looks like it can take off, it can launch. So there's the potential here for this in the future for this relationship to take off and move, to get some movement, get off this barren planet that it's on right now. But there's something secret, something hidden. It's like this guy's like secret files. Like he's hiding something. You don't know everything, but your intuition, the moon, is giving you some sort of clarity here. Like I think you're very wise and kind of hip to something about this situation. So listen to yourself, like whatever you just feel like you just know about this person in this situation, you're right. They're keeping something from you. There's something below the surface, something they're keeping to themselves. Maybe I'm getting like they have something they're ashamed of. They don't want to tell you. Maybe that's why they're afraid of commitment and being closed off. And I'm not sorry. I think maybe they think they're a bad person and they're not sorry about not pursuing this connection right now because they know. I don't know. That's kind of what's coming up for me. I have another deck, the regular Rider-Waite. And let's get more. We have the Six of Swords under the High Priestess. This card is about healing and moving on. So I think this is telling you to focus on yourself and healing. And if they don't want to step up right now, then keep it moving and just give them some space. It doesn't mean you have to let go of this connection if you don't want to. Your intuition's going to know. If you know, I know your intuition might be telling you to move on, and it might not. And it can be hard. It can be hard when we know we need to do something and we don't want to, but that's the advice, is like it's time for healing right now and just leaving this person to their own stuff right now. And you've been very hurt. This is very hurtful with all these swords here. And also I'm focusing in on this little child beside this robed lady. And so that might mean some inner child work. And also this dude that's kind of like pushing the boat for them. Makes me think like maybe you need some to lean on your friends or the masculine energy in you that takes action and protects you and helps take care of yourself right now. Okay. So let's get another clarifier to tell me about this Four of Pentacles. Please, Spirit. Ooh, Nine of Swords. Nine of Swords. This person that you're dealing with feels really bad and they are heavy on their mind. Look at all these thoughts. And they can't sleep. They're staying up in bed. Oh my gosh, Minnie, it's just jumping at me when I'm talking about this. I feel like that's a confirmation. So even though it says they're not sorry about something, they feel bad about something. And it's causing them a lot of distress. They're not proud of themselves. I think they have a problem and they recognize that they're the problem. And they regret it. I think they wanted... I'm also like the flowers, the red flowers on this quilt, and then there's blue and yellow squares, so that's like the blue is giving me throat chakra, and yellow is giving me like spirit, like I think, and then the roses are like love. And their temptation, they have feelings and attractions towards you, and I think spiritually spirit or their higher self is like also like speaking to them and giving them some knowledge, even if they're not as aware as you being the high priestess. Maybe they do know that they should be better, that there's a higher level that they could be at, and maybe some spirit has brought you into each other's lives for some reason, but they're gonna have to do some work or this isn't gonna work out. And then the blue, there's some sort of truth. Blue is the throat chakra, communication. Maybe they know they need to talk things out with you, but they're not doing it. They're being closed off, and I think they know. I think they know that there's something that they want to say that they're not saying. And it's whatever it is, they're not having a good time. This holding things back is a big burden and distress for them. And tell me more about the Two of Swords. Two of Swords, please. Two of Swords, please. Nothing wants to jump. Just kidding. Here it is. Two things. Okay, so there's decisions, Two of Swords, and we have this Two of Wands, which is similar to 22 might be a confirmation you're going to see. So this is looking ahead. I don't know if this is you or your person or both, but is that grapes? I think I'm seeing like grapes or like white lilies too down here. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry about that focus, but maybe those are other symbols you're going to see. And this person's looking at the world. They have the globe in their hand. They're looking out. They're in a castle. They're somewhere safe, but they're planning their next moves for where they want to go on this journey next. They want to take a journey. They want to move forward. They want to move on. They want to go somewhere. But they're still in this castle. They're still somewhere safe and not going to take any action till they feel ready. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles also came out underneath with this. That's you. This is a card. This is like a Mini Empress card. So I think that's a sign to go into your Empress energy. Grow that right now. Maybe that would be a good focus, is focusing on yourself, on what you want to create, what you want to grow, what you want to manifest. And she looks pretty good. She's got all these pentacles. She's got, is that a little birdie? A little yellow bird spirits with her. And really has your back, okay? And she's got these little red flowers on her dress. It reminds me of this blanket with the red flowers on it. So you're beautiful. You're very desirable person. You're a catch. I think your person knows that. And I don't think they're good enough for you, to be honest. And then she's wearing this yellow robe, very spiritual. It's like this high priestess. You're a very spiritual person. You're a very wise, intuitive. You got it, girl. I feel like I'm talking to someone with the female energy. Ooh, and you got these purple grapes in the back. Very abundant person. You have a whole garden. It's giving me like you will know them by the fruits. Like, if I think you got to focus on having good fruits. What do you want to grow? And also focus on the fruits of like this person. Like, do they have good fruits? You're going to know when they're ready to be a good partner based on what's observable, their fruits. Okay? I hope that makes sense. But okay. Keep that under the Two of Swords. So, yeah, you both need to make a decision. And it's very clear that you're going to be fine either way, and you're not the problem here. Okay. And the moon, the future. What lurks beneath? What are we not seeing? Tell me about the moon and the future of this connection. Oh, we got two cards. Oh man, it's the Four of Cups, which goes very well with the Four of Pentacles. Maybe you'll see 44 as well. This person is so held back, like so hesitant for some reason. They are just not acting. And this hand is like spirit giving them this beautiful cup. Like, look at this beautiful connection that I brought into your life, and this person's just kind of like not even looking at it, not reaching for it. Maybe they know it's there, but and then they're wearing like this red shirt. They're like choosing to be in their lower self and not taking this cup and looking kind of like pouty. They're not happy. Your person's not happy. And they don't feel like they can. It actually looks kind of sad. They look sad to me and not reaching for this cup. I think he's wearing green. Got the red and green shirt with the blue pants. So I feel like there is love here. Green is like the heart chakra. But they're not reaching for the cup yet. There is a star here. Uh-oh. The star is here. And this person, let's see. Yeah, the star, there's a little birdie in the background that I'm looking at, and they're pouring the water onto the land and the pond. And that's your emotions nourishing the land, and also the pond is like your intuition, and a little birdie is like little spirit watching you. There's going to be healing for you. It matches with this card, the Six of Swords. So this speaks to healing. You're going to heal from this, whatever outcome happens. I don't think your person is on a good path right now. But Spirit's not saying it's not going to work out. They're keeping it hidden. But it's going to be very difficult for your person to to overcome whatever it is that's keeping them from stepping up right now. The star is also the wish card. So maybe your wish is going to come true, whatever you're manifesting or wishing for with this situation. Maybe it'll come true with this person or someone even better. The moon, I think Spirit wants to keep this hidden. They don't want to, the moon and the star, they kind of go together. I don't think they want to tell you if it's this person or not. Interesting, very interesting, kind of heavy read here. Let's get advice, pretty please, for collective. Okie dokie. Advice for collective. Advice, please. What advice do you have for collective? Two, reward and efforts. So give this person what they deserve, you know, like reward them if they put in some real work and efforts, and if they don't, then they don't deserve you or your time or your beautiful energy, your attention. So and also for yourself, reward yourself for any work you put in, being a beautiful, awesome person. You deserve to be taken care of and nourished. Do some self-care, some self-focus, treat yourself. And then we have trust yourself. So that goes with your high priestess. Trust yourself. Your intuition, yeah. You know what you need to do, and you know a lot of the truth here that might be unspoken or maybe not clear, but I think you have a sense about it and you should trust yourself. Okay. And some questions to ask yourself already. And look, there's a little moon with a bunch of stars on the picture. Number 53. How can you help or use your shadow aspects? Okay, that reminds me, we had the devil at the beginning, I believe. Shadow aspects. How can you help or use your shadow aspects? What does your shadow side need? How can they assist you? Our shadow isn't necessarily a bad thing. All of us have shadow aspects, and they're there for a reason, to protect us or to help us know what to grow. They can be very useful. And it also has a lot to do with like our I was going to say lower self, but I don't want to kind of make the shadow into something bad, but kind of like our base needs, our desires, our lust, like this red lady, red dress lady, and these roses, the devil, like our desires. So our shadow wants stuff for us, and it can go about them in maybe some not so good ways, but you can also work with it and use it to protect yourself, or to look at what it needs and communicate with it, with maybe your inner child, like I talked about here. Maybe there's something, a part of yourself that needs something from you. It needs your help. It needs your attention. And you can work together with that part of yourself to get this outcome you desire, or to just move on to a better place. How can you help or use your shadow aspects? Okay, one more question for collective to ask themselves. Are you living in alignment with your values? And there's a compass, number 46. So that's actually, like, there's a lot of research in mental health about values, and it's part of being authentic, but it also helps with a sense of fulfillment. And if we're not living in alignment with our values, like an example is maybe there's like a parent that really values family, but their job is like taking them away from that. And it doesn't mean they're inauthentic, but they're like, their life isn't aligned with their values. Like maybe they need to get a different job, or like change their schedule, or put more of an effort, make more time for family stuff to help them live more in line with what they truly want and what's important to them. So look at your values, take an inventory. There's even like worksheets like for values exploration, where you can look at your values and prioritize them, rank them for what's most important, and then look at your life and how you can take action and kind of restructure your life around your values. And are you acting in accordance with your values and your morals? Like maybe part of you knows that this situation isn't right, or that you deserve better. But it can be really hard when you love somebody, and even if you value yourself and healthy relationships, and you know what you deserve, when you love someone, it's hard to it's just hard to let that go. But yeah, you know what you want and what you need and what you value and who you are. So this is a time for getting in touch with who you are, and for healing. I'll cover up this star lady. It's a time for healing and self-focus. Okay, so heavy reading, not a fun situation, but you have what it takes to get through it and to have a good relationship. You're a good partner, and your person has some work to do, and it's not hopeless with this star card and the moon, but you're gonna need to look at the effects and the results, the fruits. Okay, so I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching, and take care. Much love.